Hello everyone, and welcome to Zur, week number 2 of Destiny 2. He is on Titan this week on the rig. You know, I didn't feel at home last week, because we were in first person. It was weird, and had the HUD up and all that kind of stuff, so going no HUD, third person, you know, just kind of want to feel like I'm at home again, so... He's all the way over here, chilling in this little building. Let's see what he's got. The weapon of the week. Feels weird starting with the weapon, by the way. Is the Wardcliff Coil. The famed Destiny item. Wardcliff fires that insane burst of rockets all at once on a target or general area of whatever you're looking at, I suppose. It was recently fixed for one of the raid encounters. It was doing too much damage on a certain thing. That has been fixed. Otherwise, this thing clears enemies like you would not believe. Decimating areas, decimating public event mobs, decimating certain parts of the raid that you know what I'm talking about if you've done the raid before. It behaves like a true AoE weapon. Not to mention being able to have ammo instantly loaded into your weapon on ammo pickup. Running around in circles, just firing this thing nonstop during public events. Is it the best for DPS? It's a tough call right now. Merciless feels like a better single target choice. But honestly, you probably can't go wrong with this thing in strikes, in public events, in select portions of the raid, in almost anything. Definitely a buy from me, but I don't know, man. Exotic rocket launcher on week 2? I don't know. It feels like I've seen that before. Hunters, you are getting Foe Tracer. Not the most sexy of a perk, but your main perk is where you visually mark targeted enemies and then do more damage to them when they are low health. I still do not have a hunter, but I have been told it works in the following way. The bonus activates when a target is at approximately 25% health. When they hit 25% health, you will gain a 1% damage bonus, and this bonus will ramp up to approximately 25% bonus damage, by the end of the target's health bar. So when the target's at about 1% health. So basically, this is a boss-killing exotic. I would not use this too much for general play, although it can help you seal the deal on some kills in PvP that you might not have gotten otherwise. And that's not to say that it's horrible for general play, but you're not going to see as much of an effect when you're going around one-shotting everything or two-shotting everything. The power exotics for the Hunter right now are probably Celestial Nighthawk for Gunslingers, Raiden Flux for Arcstrider, and Orpheus Rig for Night Stalkers. So the question is, am I going to use this over any of those exotics for a boss encounter? Strike, raid. I'm not sure just yet, because the main thing that bothers me is that you don't gain the effects of this until a target is low health. So from 100% health to 25% health, that is time where these other exotics could be doing work, while this is not. I still think this is going to be a buy, though, because for a lot of players, this is just going to be a pure damage increase of something on a boss fight, and worst case scenario, you switch to it when a boss is at low health. The best thing about this is that it is subclass neutral. So if you're not really sure what you're going to be doing, or maybe you're just looking for something to slap on your head and then forget about, it's a good thing for a general play session. But again, another worst case scenario, you just get bonus damage on bosses for free for not really doing anything. Oh no. I feel like I might be overvaluing this helm, though. If you can afford it, give it a try. And I'll definitely be trying it out as soon as I make my hunter very, very soon. Titans, you are getting the ACD Zero Feedback Fences back from Destiny 1. Their perk is Melee kills build up explosive energy within the fence. Being struck by a melee attack unleashes this energy in an explosion. My immediate comparison are the Synthoceps. Those gloves give you increased melee attack range and increased melee damage when surrounded. If we were to look at something like PvP, to initialize the charge, you need a melee kill. Then you need to get hit by a melee attack, and that results in a trigger of the explosion. That's a lot of setup required, but if you do get it to proc, then you're almost guaranteed to win that melee fight, assuming players have the same health when the fight started. Or I can just have my base melee range increased, no questions asked. It takes a little while to get this thing ramped up to speed in PvP. It takes some setup time. So it's not going to be going for you 100% of the time. In PvE, it's meant to be a defensive exotic, a defense mechanism against a swarm of enemies. And I haven't been a fan of defensive-based exotics because good players typically won't put themselves into positions where they would need the benefit of a defensive exotic as often as other players. Does that mean I wouldn't have liked these during the Exodus Crash Strike Boss? Not necessarily. I think they could have been good there. What I'm trying to say is that I think these are much more of a niche pick for niche situations, not an urgent buy, but I still need to play with them a little bit more before I can come to a more definitive conclusion. But for now, not the most urgent buy, but I imagine a lot of you have a lot of shards anyway, so you'll probably just buy this. Warlocks, you are getting Sun Bracers. Very simple perk here. Extra duration on solar grenades. About what felt like double the duration. And solar melee hits give grenade energy. I believe your melee has to be charged. It cannot just be an uncharged melee attack. I'm a big fan of anything that gives grenade energy because grenades are pretty good in Destiny 2. That being said, solar and vortex grenades do not appear to behave like pulse or void wall grenades. Pulse and void wall grenades do insane PvE damage. And while solar grenade is a persistent damage grenade, it didn't appear that it was doing pulse grenade-like damage. But I do need to do more playtesting. The other Dawnblade exotics are Wings of Sacred Dawn and Starfire Protocol. I do think Sunbracers are better than Sacred Dawn for PvE, but maybe not better than Protocol, because with Protocol, you can drop a rift, get a grenade kill, drop a rift, get a grenade kill, drop a rift, and rifts are very good in group activities. So am I buying the Sunbracers? Well, yeah, but that's because I don't have them. But am I using them in PvE? Well, on the rare times that I am using Dawnblade, I think I'm probably going to be using Starfire Protocol for the Rift energy on Grenade Kill so that I can help my team out more. If I'm not doing team play, solo play, these are going to be fine. Solar grenades are good for clearing out a blob of enemies that spawn out of a doorway or whatever. And it's not like Sunbracers, are not an awful pick. They're good. They're more good than bad, I think. But at least for group PvE play, I think there are better picks. In PvP, solar grenades are great for zone control and keep players off of objectives. This lets you do it for much longer. So I would say that they are a solid PvP choice if you wanted to use them, if you're looking to buff your Dawnblade subclass specifically. And that is Xur week number 2 for y'all. Damage comparison videos. I know they're in production or will be starting production very, very soon. I know people are very anxious for these videos. I am too. Really want to see what's the top tier and all that jazz. But I just need some time to do them. They're going to take a little while. And I'm sorry that these first couple of Xur videos are coming a bit later than usual as well. But with all the new exotics, I've been getting second opinions on stuff to make sure I'm correct. And I'm going into much more detail than I normally otherwise would for new players, old players, whatever. Because I feel like we need more explanation early on, and then these will get much faster. Otherwise, I'm going to head to bed. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all next time.